movie? I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched. I don't know if there's anything to be excited about yet. It's called Star Wars. That's not a guarantee of anything anymore. No, that's Star Trek. That we can guarantee. I think I can guarantee that every Star Trek movie from now on will have incredible lens flare. We'll all go blind on the bridge of the Enterprise. I don't know. Could be, could be meat, could be cake. It could be great, could be awful. I have no idea. I don't trust necessarily that J.J. Abrams understands enough about the Star Wars cosmology to make it work, but George Lucas didn't understand enough about the Star Wars cosmology. And that's mostly because his main tutor, Joseph Campbell, died. He didn't have Joe there to help him make sure his storytelling worked. And if George couldn't do it, that's not true. There's times when another creator can come in and make something really good. Case in point, Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan, right? Where the director comes in, and this is fascinating, because if you watch the original Trek, the episode with Khan in the original TV series is not the best episode. There are many other episodes in the original TV series that are written far better than that one with Khan. But the guy who was directing Star Trek: Wrath of Khan didn't know anything about Star Trek. So he took like an entire week or something to watch all of the original Trek, and he picked Khan. He said, Khan, that's what we're going to make the second movie about. Because he understood how to both make it accessible to the masses and stay within the mythology of Star Trek. And that's why it's held up today as one of the best Star Trek films ever made. I find that modern producers don't take that time and don't care that much. They just want to do their spin on it. J.J. Abrams has said that he found Star Trek was boring. All of his friends watched Star Trek and he thought it was boring. Now, I will give J.J. Abrams props for making Star Trek breathless. Star Trek is now like it's just, phasers and torpedoes fire at a rate that you just didn't know was possible. And everything is like, there's this wonderful compression of the action. So I love the breathlessness of Star Trek. But the science has gone completely out the window. And I think you can have both. I think it is completely possible to stay scientifically accurate. I mean, to an extent, right? It's Star Trek. But don't create the elixir of life. For those of you who have seen the new Star Trek, we now can synthetically make Khan's blood, which basically means no one needs to die. How are you going to make a third film? No one's going to be in jeopardy anymore. It's stuff like that where you go, guys, what were you thinking? That was a really bad call. That doesn't make any sense. So I go, if he doesn't understand Star Trek enough, and Star Trek is just straightforward science. It was Gene Roddenberry imagining a utopian world with no sexism, no racism, no want, no poverty, That's just an idealistic utopia that you can sort of express in a nutshell. Trying to understand Yoda? Not even George Lucas understands Yoda, right? In Empire Strikes Back, Yoda is training Luke. And at one point, Luke turns to him and says, is the dark side stronger? And Yoda says, no, not stronger. Quicker, easier, faster to anger, but not stronger than the light side. Cut to episode 2. If you listen to the commentary, George Lucas is on the commentary, and he says, well, clearly Anakin chose the dark side because it was stronger. George, it's a really bad idea to contradict Yoda. He knows more than you. He knows more than you. Why are you doing that? Why are you screwing up your own creation? If George can't hold it together, how is someone else, And JJ hasn't proved to me that he understands Star Trek well enough. I don't know that JJ understands Zen Buddhism and Taoism well enough. I don't know if JJ's a Jedi. Do you think JJ's a Jedi? That's an honest question. It wasn't rhetorical. Do you think JJ's a Jedi? JJ Abrams? No? When I say Jedi, does he understand the cosmology of Star Wars enough to do it justice?
Okay, the answer's still
no. I don't have any evidence to show to me that he truly understands Star Wars, the cosmology of Star Wars, in a way that he could continue it authentically. But I don't know, he could surprise me. It could be amazing.